Rebuilding self-trust can be a challenging but a rewarding journey. Welcome back to another video, my YouTube friends. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 steps on how to rebuild self-trust. You heard me right. It's kind of emotional, but I'm just going to share everything with you all because it has helped me heal from my past trauma. I no longer doubt myself and I no longer seek for external validation like I used to do in the past. But before then, I'm going to share with you 3 major things that shows you no longer trust yourself and you need to rebuild self-trust immediately. The first one, you tend to rely on outside opinion and validation rather than trusting your own intuition and judgment. Secondly, you are quick to believe negative opinions about yourself. And lastly, you put off making decisions and taking actions because you are more comfortable living with ambiguity than you are with the fear of making a mistake. These are the 3 things that shows you no longer trust yourself and you need to rebuild your self-trust. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't and share my video with your friends. Let's get into it. Now, the first step on how to rebuild self-trust is to focus on self-compassion. What is self-compassion, you may ask? Self-compassion is the act of being kind and understanding towards yourself rather than being harshly critical and judgmental. When you make a mistake or do something that you are not proud of, the inner critic will not allow you to rest. Let me call it the inner critic, not the inner voice. That inner critic will not allow you to rest and it will have a lot to say, mostly unkind and hateful words. Sometimes it will tell you that your life is already messed up because of that small mistake. It will tell you that you will not amount to anything again. It will find so many reasons to discourage you from picking up yourself and moving on from your mistake. And if you're not careful, you will become a victim to this voice, which is not okay. I want you to transform your inner critic into a compassionate friend. A compassionate best friend. When you start hearing those voices in your head, take a moment and respond nicely like you would do to a friend. Stop being harsh to your inner voice. Transform it to your best friend. When your inner voice constantly tell yourself like school is hard, school is calm, don't go to school, you're going to waste your money and your time, use that to travel, even though you know deep down you don't have enough money to travel. That voice will keep pushing you away from going to school. That is why I call it the inner critic. It doesn't encourage you, it only discourages you. So when you hear that voice inside of you telling you that school is calm, don't say, don't discourage me. Sometimes someone like me, if I hear that voice, if I hear that voice, I will start rebuking it. I will start saying, I rebuke you, this voice. I will start saying all those things. But now, I've transformed my inner critic to my friend. That when I hear those voices, the only thing I will do is to calm down and try to communicate and give that voice reasons to work with me. Yeah, when your inner voice is telling you, oh, don't go to school, school is calm, just calm down and respond with, hey, school is hard, I understand, but I need it for my future. This is going to work for you if you do it correctly, if you stop being harsh and unkind to yourself. Sometimes we start hating on ourselves. It's possible that you are even your own enemy because you don't understand yourself, because you are battling with your mind. Instead of you to turn your mind into your friend, you are battling with it. It will continue to fight with you. I want you to recognize that everyone makes mistakes and it's okay to be imperfect. I don't know what led to your lack of self-trust, but no matter what it is, you can still work on it. You can still rebuild your self-trust completely. Start practicing mindfulness and meditation. It can help you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions. Be gentle and kind to yourself, and before you know it, you'll gradually begin to believe your inner thoughts, and you can easily make decisions without being scared. The second step on how to rebuild self-trust is to reflect on your past experiences where you felt betrayed or let down by yourself. What was that situation that made you stop trusting yourself? Think about it, explore your feelings about those experiences, and identify any negative belief you might have about yourself. Maybe you're so used to condemning yourself. Yeah, let me use that word, condemning. You're so used to condemning yourself. You always tell yourself that you are not enough. You are always looking for ways to discourage yourself for going for the things that you want. You are always trying to discredit yourself, always telling yourself you can't do it. You are not enough. You are not beautiful enough. Replace it with positive words. Remind yourself of those areas you have done so well before. Try to learn from those past experiences and promise yourself to do better this time. Set personal boundaries and discipline yourself not to repeat your past mistake or not to betray yourself again. The third step on how to rebuild self trust is to spend more time with yourself. Spending time alone can definitely be beneficial for your mental health and your well being. Do you want to avoid burnout and fatigue? Then learn to spend time alone. It will help you recharge your energy and reflect on your life. When you're constantly surrounded by people, it can be hard to focus on your own needs and desires. There are so many ways you can spend time alone. You can go for a walk in nature. You can go to a coffee shop alone, sit in a quiet place with your cup of coffee, just observing your own thoughts and feelings. You need to rediscover yourself and connect with yourself on a deeper level, returning to your true self and finding peace within. Forgive yourself from your past mistakes. You need to rebond with yourself. I don't know if you understand how special you are, how precious you are. It's better to lose the world than to lose yourself because there is no how you will survive in a world without yourself. You are your number one person. You are your number one in everything. Believe me, you might have people that support you, but those people cannot support you. They cannot find you without you finding yourself. You must build yourself. You must trust yourself first before people can even trust you. That is why I keep preaching about self-love on here. You need to love yourself. If you've made mistake in the past like everyone out there, you can always correct yourself. Just don't repeat that mistake again. You've betrayed yourself in the past. It happens. Forgive yourself. Find peace within. Do things that can help you reconnect with yourself. And when you are alone, another thing you can always do is to journal your thoughts and your feelings. I love to journal everything. I will write down the way I'm feeling, write down my thoughts because it will help you know the areas to work on, especially when you're on this journey on rebuilding self trust, reconnecting with yourself. Journal. When you are alone, do that. Don't always be around people. Love yourself. Be your own person. Meditate and do some gentle yoga. Burn incense, burn candle, whatever it is you need to do to reconnect with yourself. Do it. I hope this was helpful because putting this out here, seriously, it's kind of emotional. I remember working on myself, trying to rebuild self trust. It wasn't easy. It didn't happen in 1 month. It took me time to trust myself again. I don't trust you anymore. I need to seek validation from others. I need to seek for people's opinion because the one time I decide to trust myself and do something by myself, I messed a lot of things up. So why would I trust myself? It took me time to trust myself again. So I did everything that I've mentioned here. I focused on self-compassion. I spent more time alone trying to find myself. And look at me today, happy with myself. I can make decisions on my own. I take actions without even asking people. I do things trusting my own self, and I hardly disappoint myself. So you too can do it. This video is going to help you. Believe in yourself, rebuild yourself, and always remember that you are your number one fan. You are your number one person. You need to build yourself up again. You need to pick yourself, clean yourself from your past mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Find peace within, pick yourself up, and that's all. I love you so much, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Don't forget to turn on your post notification, subscribe, like, share my video with your friends. Bye.